The product is never going to be right there, right? Like I hear this a lot from tech startups where sellers are coming into it. It's like, oh, I could sell it if it did that, or I could sell it if it did this and that. And so there's a couple of things that you can do. If you're a business owner and you're just building out your product, or if you're working in a startup and they're just building out their product and it's not quite all the way there yet, but it does some stuff, is you have to make sure that you align with the things that you do, where that lies on the priority list of the person that you're talking to. If the one thing that you do really, really well is the number one thing that they need to be able to solve a problem, then it's a match. Don't worry so much about every little other thing on the checklist. You have to be able to understand what number one is and be able to focus on that. The other part of this, and this is actually advice that I heard from Mark Roberge, who was early at HubSpot, which is a well-known tech startup company, now teaches at Harvard. But one of the things that he said early on in our conversations was you have to be able to sell the vision of success. You have to not just sell the products and the features, but the commitment and the partnership that you're building with the customer as an early stage adopter of how you're going to partner together to not only solve their most immediate problem, but then work with them in a collaboration to build the product out so that they are actually getting the problem solved in the end. I love working with early stage tech company startups. I said this to one just the other day because it's an opportunity for me to be able to feed to you what I actually need. And so you're kind of like my development team right now. And for him, it was like, that's great because now I know exactly how to build out my product so that it appeals to other people like you who are our ideal customer. So if you can position it that way as an early stage startup, you will gain those early adopters and evangelists that even though your product isn't perfect, will sing your name from the mountaintops. When you enable them to contribute back to the division or the creation of different things in your company, they feel like they have part ownership of that. They feel like they have skin in the game. They feel like they're being listened to. And that sometimes is more valuable to the customer than something that's perfect that they have to figure out how to use. If you liked this video, you got some insights from it, or you have a thought to share, please comment below, share it with the others who you know are wondering about the exact same thing. And if you want to dig even deeper, please visit our website at unboundgrowth.com. That's unbound with a U, growth.com. There's resources there for sellers to help improve their mindsets and their skill sets, tips and techniques on our blog for how to start executing on those things, as well as resources for managers around coaching and a cadence of coaching and what does that content need to include in your conversations, as well as resources for leaders and business owners on how to hire salespeople, onboard salespeople, and scale revenue without the guesswork that's traditional in sales. So visit the website and make sure you also check out our monthly newsletter where we dig even deeper into some of these techniques based on the patterns and trends that I see happening in sales and business today. So until next time, I'll see you then.